Hey guys, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire video number 83. We're getting up there. I uploaded the last video on Tuesday. I had a little bit of time today, so I'll go ahead and do a video today. I don't have any videos after this though, so I'm gonna have to do some playing of the game tonight. Originally, I was gonna do Reshiram and Zekrom next, but I was looking at the requirements to catch them, and you have to have a Pokemon, at least one Pokemon in your party that's at level 100. I was like, what? So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Level 100. Psh. You know, it's like, psh. So, yeah. Anyway, I do have that Deoxys that's at level 80, so I might see what I can do about trying to get it up to level 100. There's that person in my secret base who will train your Pokemon and raise them up a level. And I think I've got a bunch of rare candies. I haven't used any rare candies. So anyway, in this video we're going to be catching Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. In the last video we caught Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie. And those three Pokemon are required in order to find Dialga and Palkia. And Dialga and Palkia are required in order to find Giratina. So that was my logic in the order that I'm capturing the Pokemon. But yeah, apparently there wasn't going to be a way to start up the O-Power while I was up there and soaring in the sky. So that's why I landed right here, so that I could go ahead and get the capture O-Power started. By the way, what you're actually seeing here is Pokemon Omega Ruby. I decided to start off with Omega Ruby in this game. Just because it just kind of made the most sense to do it that way. Because of how everything is sort of set up. So yeah, what you're seeing here is Pokemon Omega Ruby. And then I'll switch over to Alpha Sapphire mid-video. But Palkia is a version exclusive to Omega Ruby, and Dialga is a version exclusive to Alpha Sapphire. So we're going to go ahead and catch Palkia first. Going to send out Manectric, see what she can do. Use Thunder Wave. Hydro Pump. Wow, that did a lot. Critical hit. Alright, Manectric, let's get off the Flamethrower. That'll be really freaking not effective. Yeah, that didn't hardly do anything. But we'll just keep doing that because that's good. You know, that way we can just kind of whittle down his HP little by little. Whittle, little by little, whittle. Palkia is, by the way, Dragon / Water, which is why Flamethrower doesn't do hardly anything. Because Palkia is 2 types that resist fire, so 4 times resistant to fire. Palkia is. Anyway, sending out Metagross here, because Metagross got stat hold back. And I made a mistake here. I should not have Mega Evolved Metagross, because I also have an Altaria on my team. I should have saved that Mega Evolution for Altaria, but I didn't, so. The reason I say that is because Altaria, being part Fairy, would be immune to any Dragon type moves that Palkia would try to use. But it kind of worked out. Then they would also be resistant to water type moves. Oh, that was close. Whoa. That was a critical hit right there. So yeah, on my team I have Manectric, Metagross, and Altaria. And then I have the 3 Lake Trio Pokemon, Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie. I think that's how you say its name. Uxie. 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 Uxie? I don't know. Uxie. It's Uxie, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Alright, but look, we caught Palkia, so that's awesome. It's like, oh, we caught Palkia. What do you know? It is said to live in a gap in the spatial dimension parallel to ours. And then I couldn't read the rest. Alright, well that was fun. So we will head back down now to Dewford Town. Head back down to Dewford Town. So you guys remember how I was saying I was going to have to come up with a way to somehow trade this my Pokemon over from one game to the other, since I only have one console? Well, I figured out how to do it. Check it. Capture power level 2's effect wore off, that's fine. Yeah, I don't have level 3 yet in Omega Ruby, I just have level 2. So what I'm doing here is I'm opening up the GTS. While you guys weren't looking, in Alpha Sapphire, I deposited a Pokemon into the GTS and asked for a Palkia in return. Now, I didn't think that anyone would actually trade me, but I thought, you know what, if they do, then that's great, then I have a Palkia. But if not, that's fine, because I will just go ahead and trade over my own Palkia. So here I am in the GTS. So I'm going to seek a Pokemon. And the Pokemon that I'm going to seek starts with the letter L, and it's the first one, a Lyron. I caught a Lyron in Alpha Sapphire and deposited it into the GTS. It is a male, and it's at level 39. So we'll go ahead and set those parameters. So now these are all the male level, whatever it was, 31 to 40 Lyron in the GTS. Now I'm not finding mine too quickly, so I'm going to set a couple of extra parameters. Pokemon this person wants. Pokemon I have, which would be Palkia, and region. Let's do same as your region, because it is my region. And that should narrow it down. Yeah, it sure did. There's mine. Matt, remember tomorrow. Yeah, none of those others are it. So there's mine. United States, Texas, that's me. Remember tomorrow. With just one R, because there weren't enough spaces to actually spell out tomorrow correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and send over Palkia. I nicknamed Lyron Matt 01313 because that's my ID number in the game, 01313. And then there are 2 more instances in which I'll need to do something like this. So one of them is actually for Reshiram and Zekrom. I can't remember off the top of my head which one appears in which game. But they're sort of like this, like one is version exclusive to the other. Because you need both of them in order to catch Kyurem. And then, which is the other ones? Oh, Tornadus and Thundurus. They're both version exclusives, but you need both of them to catch Landorus. So there you go. I didn't have to send Ho-Oh over because both of those weren't required for anything. You just had to have one of those. So anyway, I've gone ahead, caught the Palkia and Omega Ruby, sent it over via the GTS to Alpha Sapphire. So we'll go ahead and turn that off and bring up Alpha Sapphire. And while this is off, I'm going to just use this opportunity to go over the answers to my question of the day from the last video. Like I said, I caught the Lake Trio in the last video, so I asked the question, which is your favorite Gen 4 Legendary? Answer in the comments. So, let's see. Tsunami Wind says, I like Shaman because of the Pokemon movie. And thank you for wishing me luck on the job. And also when I said, whoa, RIP headphone users. I'm sorry, I guess I said that pretty loud. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. Uzumaki Mima says, Gen 4, this is a tough one, but my favorite legendaries are Darkrai, Arceus, Giratina, Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, Cresselia, Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie. So basically, all of them except Shaman, right? I mean, that is all the Gen 4 legendaries except Shaman, isn't it? I think so. And then anyway, Caterade 5 likes Giratina. So yes, thank you for answering. And I really do appreciate you guys when you answer the question, by the way. Because, yeah, it helps. Trust me, it helps. So thank you guys for answering. Yeah, keep answering that question of the day. It's awesome. And even if I don't ask a question of the day, still leave a comment, you know. Whether it's a complaint or a compliment, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, I've got Alpha Sapphire in here, and I went into the GTS, and Palkia came from the GTS. That's the Palkia I just caught over in Omega Ruby. So, I've got Palkia. Now, I will be on my way to catch Dialga. And just like in Omega Ruby, I have the 3 Lake Trio Pokemon in my team, Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie. The other 3 I have are the 3 first Pokemon I caught. They're just the 3 that I always use. They're my 3 happy Pokemon. They're my 3 Pokemon with maxed out EVs. That's Sceptile, Masquerain, and Hariyama. So just like in Omega Ruby, we're going to fly over here to this little rift in the sky. It's located in the same place it was in Omega Ruby. I'm going to go ahead and land here though, just to turn on the capture O power, because remember in Omega Ruby I couldn't do it when I was like up in the sky soaring. I don't think there's a way to turn on an O power when you're soaring in the sky. So you gotta land to do it, or do it before you take off. But I did want to do it before I took off because I was kind of flying from far away. But it lasts for 3 hours, and I don't think it... 3 hours. I wish it lasted for 3 hours. It lasts for 3 minutes, and I don't think it would have taken me 3 minutes to fly from Moss Deep City over here to this little rift. So, you hear the sound? Like that happens like when you get closer? Yeah, let's fly into the gap. Fly into the gap. The Forever 21. The American Eagle, whichever, Old Navy. You guys are like, what is he talking about? The Gap, it's a store. Anyway, here's... yeah, I kind of got off topic there. I tend to do that a lot, but yeah, I have nothing more to say on that topic, so I'll get back to this one. This is Dialga. The version mascot for Pokemon Diamond, which I think I forgot to mention. Palkia was the version mascot for Pokemon Pearl. But anyway, Dialga is Dragon/Steel. So he's a little bit harder to take down than Palkia was, but Azelf here seems to be doing pretty well. And, you know, as soon as I say that, Azelf gets taken out, so, oh well. Let's see what Sceptile can do. I gave Sceptile False Swipe while y'all weren't looking, but False Swipe isn't the strongest move in the world, and being just a normal type move against a Steel type, that's not really going to do too much. But it should come in handy, you know, later on. It won't come in handy at all in this video because the next one I'll be doing is trying to catch this Giratina, and Giratina's a ghost type, so I mean it can't even be hit by False Swipe. But I think we got his HP down as low as we can, so I'm gonna go ahead and send out Uxie, I don't know, and throw the Ultra Ball at this thing. Can't use Dust Balls because it's not nighttime yet. It was just middle of the day when I did this, so doing the Ultra Ball. Do the Ultra Ball! Or a Sphere that shouldn't be too effective. Nah. Come on, come on, you got, yeah. Gotcha. That O power, man. I mean, it used to could take like, you know, 20 or 30 Ultra Balls. Now it takes like, you know, in most cases less than 10 if you get his HP down good enough. I have had a couple that have taken a while. Or, not a while, but, well, yeah, a while too. But I have had a couple that have taken a long time. That Heat Ran was crazy. You guys remember I caught Heat Ran on the first try with a Pokeball? And like when that happened, I was like, oh my god, catching the Legendaries is going to be easy in this game. But no, not really. So... I don't know if I just got lucky or if Heatran just has like a really good like catch rate. I'll have to take a look at that later. I never took a look at it. I know I said I was gonna take a look at it, but I never did. Anyway, gonna come back in here and do some rearranging here of my Pokemon parties. So now the next one we're gonna go after is Giratina. Now to catch Giratina, you have to have both Dialga and Palkia in your team, which is why I had to catch Palkia. Which is why I had to catch Palkia and Omega Ruby and send it over here so that I could catch Giratina. So if you're gonna catch Giratina, you gotta do some trading first. That's just how it works. So anyway, I've put the Lake Trio back in the box, and I've got Dialga and Palkia in my team, and I've also put Kyogre on my team just because Kyogre is like pretty good and can like take a lot of hits. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you again. Alright, so now I am fully equipped to catch Giratina. Wait for it. Boom! Yeah, it's like dusk now. It's not quite nighttime. I waited to catch Giratina because my O power wasn't quite like regenerated yet, so I wanted to wait so that I could do the capture power. And also my original plan was to wait till like nighttime so that I could use dusk balls and it'd give me a better shot. But yeah, I just got impatient. I'm not gonna lie, I just got impatient. Like, you know what? I know it's not quite nighttime. I don't think dusk balls will really work at this point, even though it's technically dusk. It's not quite nighttime. It's like that weird little, it's like that sunset phase, you know? But yeah, I don't think Dusk Balls would work here, so I'm just going to continue to use Ultra Balls. But anyway, here we go. We got Giratina, level 50. Oh man, here we go. This is going to be fun. Yeah, I'll tell you what's going to be fun is trying to get a level 100 Pokemon on my team so I can go after Reshiram and Zekrom. You know, I don't remember, but I should check and see if I have any like level 100 Pokemon in my Pokemon X game. I don't think I do, but if I do, I could like totally use one of those. Like, were there any like legendary Pokemon events that happened where it's like, oh yeah, here's a legendary Pokemon, and it's at level 100? I know that it has happened in the past where they do like legendary Pokemon events and the legendaries at level 100. Yeah, I just healed Mayfly there because, I mean, Giratina was gone, so I couldn't really use a Pokeball on him. One more Bubble Beam, perhaps? Yeah. No, but like, when I saw that level 100, I was like, OMG. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see what I can do about that. Like I said, if I don't have a level 100 Pokemon, like from Pokemon X that I can send over, then I probably will just end up using the Deoxys, who's already at level 80. Like I said, I have that person in my secret base who will train your Pokemon up by one level. I think I've got a bunch of rare candies. There's really no point in leaving Deoxys at the daycare because I'm not really moving around that much. And the daycare is based on how many steps you take. But when the Pokemon level up at the daycare, it's based on how many steps you take. so I'm not really taking that many steps. Most of my moving around is soaring and flying, so and I don't think those count towards steps. I mean, I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. I'm almost like 100% positive that flying doesn't count towards steps. I don't know, maybe soaring does, since you're kind of like directing that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that flying does not. Have Kyogre use the Calm Mind there, because, you know, there's not really much else I can do. Ugh. You know, usually when, you know, I have a lot of time in between. Oh, I caught it. Usually when I have a lot of time in between videos like this, there's usually some kind of like announcements, like big like announcements that happen, whether it's an event or sometimes even a new game. But there hasn't really been anything. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon was announced on the 21st, but that's pretty much it. Another thing that was announced is a Pokemon Boutique is going to be in Los Angeles, California, United States. Like in June. I think they said like from June 6th to July 9th, and you can go in there and buy like Pokemon like fashion items from like real life Pokemon fashion designers. I didn't even know like that existed, but apparently it does. And it's gonna be in Los Angeles for about a month, so yeah, that's really pretty much it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. There's no question of the day, so ask me a question. I'll see you next time. Bye.